in your memory from years ago. This is twice as horrifying and agonized scream.
I don't think I ever have. Can we have an example?
Cover your ears.
I'm gonna take out my dagger and I'm gonna cut this out.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm gonna skin this ass.
Well, now I think it's up to them to sort of fix the situation that we're trying to save.
Hello! My name is Marco Lawrence from Natural Pengu, and we are live again. Today, everything is going according to plan. We're in full control, and I'm feeling confident. How are you feeling today, Emma?
I feel great.
Yeah?
I do.
Yeah? Anything
I feel
special
also
today?
completely in control.
Yes. Good.
And I am absolutely not sleep deprived.
Hmm?
So we're doing great.
Fantastic. Moving swiftly to you, Matthias. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. I've been waiting for a full week to follow these backwater pirates taking sail on their ship of fools that turned out to be nothing more than a dinghy that burnt up. I mean, what could possibly go wrong from here?
Beautiful.
Okay. Moo, how's life for you today?
It's good now that I'm finally here and excited to finally get the boat of my dreams.
Yeah. I hear everything went according to plan for you as well.
And not really. So.
Depending whose plan it was.
Yeah.
Yes. We can carry on discussing our days on Discord. So if you want to join us on Discord and find out about our days, come there and we will reveal almost everything. Valentine, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing a bit of teching. I just we just had an echo and I removed it.
Great.
You can call me quiet.
Brilliant.
I'm doing well. I spent the whole morning streaming Witcher 3 along the coast of the swamplands. And I've been sailing around in this small boat, and I was thinking a lot about your... Yes, and I actually broke the hull, so on one of the sides there was not much, so water was coming in and I was still going around with my little...
It's just our backstory.
Yeah, so now I'm ready to continue with an even worse.
An even worse boat.
I'm so glad you gave the DM more ideas here now.
Excellent. Yes. So, also with us in the studio today is Irish U, who is our tech wizard. He is waving, I swear. Thank you. And also we have a new man controlling the cameras, Benjamin. Warm welcome. He's waving as well. And his fingers are ready to dance on the controls like mountain gazelles on spring day in the Alps. Yes, okay. Yeah. Also, we have a live studio audience of one today.
Pretty impressive.
Jens von Kromi, a warm welcome to you as well.
That man is an island.
Our live producer will show you signs when to applaud, laugh, and give out sounds of utter astonishment and awe.
The oohs and ahs.
Yes. Okay, so just to recap a little bit, what are we doing today? We are continuing our pirate adventure, but the point of these streams is also we're going to test different things. We're going to test our camera setup, our lighting setup, our sound. So we are pushing the envelope, and that means things can go...
Right?
Exactly right, all the time. So, feel free to give us any comments, like, if there's delays or stuff like that in the audio or things like that, and we'll have our eyes on the chat. And that way, you will help us to create better streams for you. So this is an exciting process. But the main reason for today is to play some D&D. Also, I have to introduce one more person, and that's Noctua Mick doing the moderation. Thank you so much, Noctua Mick, for being with us. amazing job as always. And yeah, go check out her channel, Dr. Mick.
She says hi.
Yes.
And she loves the golden borders.
The golden borders. Yes. Initially, it was supposed to be just me having the golden borders.
But then you shouldn't have asked me to do them.
Fine.
Touche.
Also, go and watch Waka's channel on Twitch as well. Really cool stuff. Exciting things happening there as well. So, you know, when Natural Pengu is not on, then go and watch Waka and Dr. Mick. Also with us is Mr. Bugsworth, the fly, that flies around. So if we're doing these kind of
The third.
compulsive hand movements, so that's because of that. All right.
We're not
Cool.
doing the Vogue.
Dungeon Master sounds jealous.
What?
Me? No, never.
Okay.
We got a shout out from Mr. Bugsworth as well.
I think this must be Junior.
It's the third.
It's the third.
It's the third one, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Third of his
Third
name.
of his name.
Okay. Are we ready
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the recap? As a dying confession of Barnacle Ed, the first mate of one Captain Warpler, Faerith, Elyore, Kleero, and Quiet learned about a treasure map tattooed on the bum cheek of the recently deceased Captain Warpler. The crew infiltrated Captain Warpler's lavish funeral. Elyore cut out the map from the bum cheek of the corpse.
How?
You just have to go and watch it.
With some effort.
Anxious to follow the treasure map to the fabled golden mansion of a mysterious alchemist, the companions rushed to the docks to sail away with Captain Kleero's boat, the Dream. Shadowy figures set the Dream, a glorified rowboat, on fire since Kleero had failed to pay her debts. The Dream sunk into the Aliki harbor, and the Fellowship is stranded at the docks. And this is where we begin our adventure today. The stars are shining on the docks of Aliki, and the moon is almost full. There's barely any clouds in the sky. Some of the lanterns in the streets hugging the coast cast some faint yellow light to the sandy beaches next to the piers. What would you like to do next?
I have a question for Quiet. Do you have any visible tusks?
Why do you wonder?
I'm just wondering. I actually have two questions.
What a surprise. Quiet has... I haven't decided. I didn't decide when I created him. Does Mr. Dungeon Master have a say in this?
No.
No.
Maybe, yeah, no. I think you can decide
Okay.
the size and shape of your tusks.
Large and intimidating.
Okay, second question. How far up are you carrying me? Am I like down by your hip or am I like up in your armpit?
Yes.
Up in your armpit. Both.
No,
Okay.
I'm not carrying you like this. I'm thinking I'm carrying you like a baby.
Okay, even better. So what Elyore is doing at this moment, as she is laying there in your arms, she's slowly gonna reach up and just like tap your tusk. Just like tap it.
I think I don't even notice.
It's probably for the best.
Okay.
But the shadowy figures are gone, right?
Shadowy figures are gone.
I sent them away.
So is the dinghy. Dingy? What do you say about a little boat?
Dingy.
The dream. The dream.
No, I refuse. But it's sunk, right?
Yes.
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 Yes. So there's
So-
only darkness where it used
Yes.
to be.
Just before we ended last time, I asked if I could see a good other vessel that we could possibly steal.
The harbor, the docks is dotted with larger and smaller ships. They were kind of smaller on the to the size when you went more and more north up the docks, but there's a selection. Most of them are very, very dark.
We did find one, didn't we?
You said there was one that was like took 6 to 8 people?
Yeah, something like that. I believe.
I'm pretty
because
sure.
we were about to borrow it.
On that.
There's a couple of candidates. What are you looking for? What are you shopping for?
Something seaworthy.
Okay.
Something big enough.
Something discreet.
Something
Yes.
big enough. See where
Discreet.
Discreet is good.
Definitely.
Something that we could maneuver.
Excuse me,
I can't maneuver anything.
I'm going to be the greatest captain who ever lived. Of course,
Yeah,
I can
but we're
maneuver.
only 3.5 to steer this ship, so
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we still need to be able to set the
So-
sails and stuff.
So if I interpret you correctly, you wanted something a little bit bigger than a rowboat,
Yes.
but not a full-on warship.
no, that
I
might
think
much.
perhaps a keel boat could be something that you'd be interested in. It can be actually sailed by one person as well. Usually it has a crew of 3. It can have 4 passengers. So crew of 3, 4 passengers. It would be big enough.
That sounds perfect.
After that, you're looking at longboats and things like that. But then the crew sizes tend to be a little bit bigger. You know, obviously, all this. So there's a couple of keel boats there, kind of smaller in size, but a little bit bigger than what Captain Kleero's boat was.
Perhaps we could find one that looks like nobody's been
Get a
using
little
it.
bit abandoned.
Yes, maybe it's a little bit
It's
dirty.
borrowed.
well,
Exactly, but nobody would hopefully miss it while we borrow it.
first of all, weren't we talking about getting supplies and stuff before setting sail?
Yeah, I was, but then we
But that
realized that
was-
we.
Did we decide against it?
Yes, that was before the commotion
Yeah, but
from the funeral.
then we
Since
don't
we-
have any food, and even worse, no drink.
I have
No.
1 day rations, I think. Yeah, I got food for a day.
1 day ration? Wow, so you're carrying a 5-gallon of rum?
No.
So there's a kind of a darker patch along the docks, a little bit to the south, where you see some keel boats, a few long boats anchored, and yeah.
Let's
do you
just
wanna do?
grab one.
We could perhaps there already be some food on the ship.
I think we should go borrow a boat.
Yes.
Before anyone realizes that there is
That we
an
stole the
ass
bucket.
cheek
I get tired of all the
missing.
talking, and I just start walking towards the suitable vessel.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yes.
So there is one that is painted red. As you get a little bit closer, you kind of get a little bit of reddish tint on it. Then there is one that has more kind of darker colors. Seems like they're more kind of almost black, very, very dark brown. The hull of the ship, and those 2 kind of catch your eye. Which one would you like to?
The dark one.
I like the red one.
Of course
I
you
start
do.
Yes.
boarding the dark one without listening to them.
I follow.
I don't have a choice. I'm being carried.
Okay.
As the captain, I'm very offended.
So,
Well, we're talking discreet here.
well,
Red is discreet.
but if it's red, then okay, fair enough. It's easier to identify a red boat than say the red boat. Okay, fair enough.
okay, so Quiet is walking up the gangway of the keel boat while you are still discussing.
We just follow him, I think.
Okay, so as you step on the way to the keel boat, makes this kind of a creaky sound. It's going, as you hear that, what do you do next?
Well, I'm being carried. I can't really.
Mr.
I'm being carried. I don't really have a choice in the matter.
I mean,
I put her down on the deck.
okay.
Quiet.
we all board, I think, and
Yes.
sort of check it out to see if it's
Seaworthy.
yes.
Should we untie the ropes? Maybe? Does anyone know how to
Do we
sail?
trust this boat?
I think we should check it out.
Yeah, I mean, you're the
Yes.
captain. You are
Yes.
supposedly good at this. So.
Yes, I'm very good at
Should
this.
we
So
go?
I'm going to look around, make sure there are no holes in the boat.
Okay, it's okay. Do
The
you?
sails are
Yeah. Do you want to make an investigation check for me?
okay.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Always the.
Always the 20s.
Always the
Oh.
20.
What is your stats?
Let's read 6.
Okay.
She discovered
y-
it's a boat.
Curse you, dice.
The red dice.
Those are their bad.
Pain.
Yeah.
As far as you can tell, it's an exquisite piece of manufacturing. It's a wonderful boat. Everything is in order.
I have an idea. Quiet has been sailing with me, so Quiet could also check it out.
I want
Make sure my
to check out
judgment-
and see if there's like any stuff on the boat, like
Yeah, and-
shiny things, maybe
Perhaps food.
some shiny things.
Let's try something new. Let's make a group skill check. Right?
Okay.
Let's do an investigation check. Everyone does an investigation check.
Okay.
If more than half of you succeed, then it'll succeed. But if so.
Okay. 15 plus 7 is 19.
Yeah.
9.
I got a 9.
Okay. Let's see.
Having a plus?
No.
4.
It's a wonderful piece of manufacturing. You rummage a little bit. You don't seem to have very much, success finding anything shiny, or any foodstuffs. But as you are rummaging through the boat, then suddenly it just lights up. The world lights up. You see these paper lanterns attached to the masts and the sails of the ship. Many other ships have these same kind of small, colorful paper lanterns. Then the sign lights up on the shoreline, and it says Solmore ships, boats, and floaters. And then suddenly this person appears and says, "Hello there! How are you doing this fine evening? Are you interested in a boat, perhaps, or a ship?"
Yes, we were not. We were absolutely not going to borrow this boat.
Okay. Hello,
It's
good
very
sir.
I mean, someone might think you sneaking about in a quiet and dark boat. You might be up to no good, but I can tell by your countenance that you're a sophisticated group of people.
Yes.
May I present the wares to you? But before we do that, I may present myself. And he looks at Captain Kleero. My name is Dan Dandyman Dander.
Quiet.
Excuse me.
That means hello. He's just greeting you. Because we are very, very happy to be meeting you.
Quiet.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Quiet. And he does this exquisite bow. He has this huge kind of white hat, and he has this coat that has this geometric diamond patterns, and whenever he moves, it's really hard to focus because it's kind of changing. It looks like he's kind of changing shape all the time. And when he talks, his hands are moving like crazy. And yes, so what may I give you? We have many boats. We have keel boats. We have long boats. We have rowboats, war boats, all perfect quality, and we have great deals.
What about this boat?
Yes.
You have a very, very, very pretty hat. Can I try it? My name's Elyore, by the way.
That depends on how our negotiations go today. Elyore, nice to make your acquaintance. And he does this kind of flourish. This boat
Yes. This seems like a very fine boat.
It seems like a decent boat.
Actually, how would you describe this boat? Why should we buy it?
This boat, this is a wonderful boat. But may I first point you at a very wonderful specimen looking at you? What is your name again?
Captain Kleero.
Captain Kleero, you deserve the finest. And then he points into the distance, and a boat kind of lights up, and it's this big, massive warship, and he says, "That is the Warhammer.
It's very, very beautiful.
It has
but
many cannons."
Unfortunately, we are only a crew.
Did I mention the
of 4.
cannons? And it's only
I like cannons.
25,000 gold pieces, but for you, I will do it for 24.
It's a bit too big for us. We're looking for a little bit smaller.
The Warhammer? Anyone?
But cannons, they make fire.
This is the total amount of members of our group.
Yes,
How were we to sail this giant warship?
Very well. He snaps his fingers. The Warhammer the lights just disappear. And then he points into the distance with his left hand. How about this one? And there's this longboat, the Rapier. A little bit less cannons, but it is the fastest ship in the Thali Ocean.
And may I ask for how many people?
It's about 20 crew.
Yes.
10,000 gold pieces only, but because I like you, I give it to you for 9,900.
I really appreciate the selection, but we are still a crew of 4, so we need a smaller boat.
Smaller boat?
Yes. Suitable for 4 people.
4?
Yes.
Or
His
3.5?
enthusiasm seems to be sinking a little bit. Very well. And he snaps his fingers, and then Rapier disappears. This boat, you say?
Yes.
Possibly.
Yes.
Very well. The Corkscrew.
Quiet.
It is in
Yes.
perfect condition. It has a very large crossbow in the front, and it sails straight.
That's good. I feel like
yes.
that's a very
So,
good,
yeah.
good,
The-
good thing.
The previous owner did only pleasure cruises, I swear.
Something like
Okay.
what we're looking for. Okay, so what would be the price of this vessel?
4,000 gold pieces. But
Let me guess. Since it's us, only 990.
nah, I have mouths to feed at home. So 3,900.
I don't.
I don't think any of us have that amount of money.
I don't think so.
I walk up to him and stare into his eyes, trying to be as intimidating I can.
Well, hello, sir.
Quiet.
Can you make an intimidation check?
6 total.
Did you count the tusks? I mean, it's gotta give some bonus for the tusks.
True.
Bonus.
He looks straight back at you. I can give you extras. How about an extra piece of sails, some rations, and maybe a real corkscrew as well.
What?
One time only.
Could I perhaps try to intimidate?
How about we just knock
can
him
try.
out?
Can we?
I'm sorry?
How about we just knock him out?
Take the boat.
Even if he gives us half price off, it's way more than we have.
Yeah, I have
That
no.
is...
Can we
If
just?
we do, we probably won't have any time to get any rations. No. Unless we tie him up and leave him somewhere.
He looks at you as there's this hesitation in your faces when he talks about money, and he's then does this with his hands, and the lights lower on the corkscrew, and then he points with his right hand a little bit downwards, and he says, and then I have this wonderful specimen. It is a recent addition to our lineup. And slowly the lights turn on this little robot, suspiciously familiar looking, with one sail and the spoon.
So back to square one.
100 gold pieces. But the spoon. Imagine getting killed by a spoon. Pain. The spoon can be lethal. Perhaps a little blunt.
I have a suggestion. What if we get the boat on like land, and out of one of her pockets she pulls up this blind and deaf and hairless mole, and she's like, "This is Dirt Rat, and I can trade him for this ship, but when we come back, I want him back, please."
So very, very quickly, surprisingly quickly, Dan comes to you. There's a tail somewhere there. Picks it up from the tail and lifts it up. What does it do?
He nothing.
It's magical.
Magical?
It brings luck.
Quiet.
It's a lucky mole.
Yes, it's
Quiet.
lucky. It will bring you
The best of its
fortune
kind.
and luck.
You weren't gonna give away our most precious gift. You told
Yes.
us.
I
need a
So what are you doing?
Yes!
I'm sorry, but
Okay,
we
can
need
you make a
boat.
deception check? We'll make a group deception check. Now that we're doing group skill checks. Let's see how this is going.
20.
Natural 20.
2 natural 20s.
25.
2 natural 20s.
Yep.
I have 60.
Tell me about it.
Gotta be a record.
I'm fascinated.
Well, he's from the deep forests up north, and there's a lot of fey creatures up there, and
Fey creatures?
he's part fey, so he brings you a lot of luck if you just like rub his head a little bit and tell him he's pretty. Every day, once a day at noon, he will bring you the best of luck.
Is he rare?
Yes,
Very rare.
There is only
Very
like
rare.
him and his little sister left.
Not that I would ever do it.
That's why we need him back when we come back. But he will bring you a lot of fortune until we come back.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't need to have him for
And
too long.
if you pet him really nicely and tell him he's pretty, in about 2 days he's gonna imprint on you and he's gonna love you forever and ever and ever. And then when he has babies, maybe.
Quiet.
I can tell that he already likes you, which means that he will bring you even more fortune. He thinks she's a little bit annoying, so that's why it hasn't gone the best for us always. But he seems to really like you.
It's kind of
Good
dangling.
sir, if I may explain, I was not supposed to tell you this story, but as you can see, I am a part of the clergy of the great god of Prokan in the temple up on the hill, and we have maintained this wonderful creature and his family for generations. And as my little friend told you, it comes from the deep forest, given birth by the Fae. But we have, with our mystical powers, given this creature even more possibilities to give you and whoever is close to you the best and most everlasting of luck and happiness. And of course, we will pay you the 200 when we come back.
And in fact, I also believe that we were meant to meet you. I believe it is his luck that we meet you.
I try to punch the boat salesman in the head and see if I can.
Okay.
You don't believe in my bat?
You're probably doing him a favor right now.
You don't believe in my mole?
We're pirates.
So yeah. So make an attack roll.
Backwater pirates.
Things are not going well for me today. 3 plus 5.
Okay.
8.
Okay, so you start the punch, and you see Dan, Dandy Man Dander, like, Dander and lightning, what is going on? And he's doing this kind of move where he just moves away from your fist. Good sir! Oh, what was that?
Quiet.
Proof of your luck, of course, sir. This is our
Quiet.
biggest and most trained warrior.
Yes.
You would never be able to escape his punch in a million years, were
This
it not
is
for this
proof.
magical creature.
This
Worked.
is proof.
It works. This is proof.
Let's
This is
work.
how
One
we
more question.
always-
One more question, good people. Before Not that I would, but what is his street value?
That
How
you cannot.
do you measure
Yes.
the ocean? How do you count the stars? It is immeasurable with the amount of luck and happiness that this, for your eyes tiny, but in its soul so powerful creature, it is unmeasurable.
Also, if you do happen to lose him or
Do you
sell
really
him,
think we needed to add to my story here?
yes, I do, because it's gonna bring him
She-
forever bad luck if he gets rid of it.
That's true. It is a big responsibility, but I can see that you are a trustworthy man.
Quiet.
Nothing happened, you
Yes.
see?
Yes.
You see this
Quiet.
powerful
Yes.
warrior? Quiet,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Quiet.
Yes.
Quiet.
Yes.
Very well.
So, do we have a deal, my good sir?
Deal on what?
We will borrow the boat, pay for it full price, the
Yes.
price you gave us on our return, because we will gain our wealth and fortune on our trips out on the ocean. And while waiting for our happy return, you will have the benefit of getting all the luck and happiness from this wonderful creature.
I start
How
pointing
can
towards
you
the
say
Dirt
no?
corkscrew
rat is
instead.
like a deposit.
The corkscrew.
And I go, quiet.
So the choice is between the corkscrew and the spoon.
Of course, the corkscrew is not the beautiful ship that you showed us before. Would have been perhaps more appropriate trade, but we only
Quiet.
need this boat, and so this is a good deal for you. Actually, we're doing you a favor. Actually,
Very well. Very well. The spoon it is then.
the corkscrew.
The corkscrew.
The corkscrew.
Yes, the corkscrew.
Let me just think.
Look into
Or
his
I can
beautiful,
take
lucky
him
eyes.
back.
Let me just, he takes out his kind of book and starts calculating and writing it a little bit, and then where do I put this thing?
In your
pocket, on your shoulder,
As
wherever
close
he
to your
feels.
heart as possible.
He
Wherever
puts it
he
in his
feels.
shoulder and carries on writing. Very well. A corkscrew times 2, carry all 4. Very well. A spoon. This is what. Good luck. Okay. This is what I can do. I have a deal with good under Solmore and Solmore Industries. He's a creditor, if you will. For the corkscrew, if you decide to proceed with that, together with this magical, what was his name?
Dirt rat.
Dirt Rat.
Yes.
Wonderful name. And we will quickly make a contract of debt and servitude with under Solmore. So if you take the corkscrew, you will work with him and in his docks for the next 3 years. And to get with the Dirt Rat, 2.5 years, and all the profits that you make from your trips will go 90% to under Solmore, and the rest you can keep. For the spoon, let me just see. 100 gold pieces debt to be paid back within the next month, and Dirt Rat. Yes.
Quiet.
90 gold pieces.
Spoon it is.
You are spooning it.
Or we could just take him out, perhaps give it another shot. I mean,
I'm just gonna look around, like, casually to see if there's any other people around. If there's, like...
I start boarding the corkscrew again.
Are there any
we
people
not-
around?
I thought we were already on the corkscrew.
Oh, then I start untying the rope. The corkscrew,
He
getting
starts
ready
looking
to
at,
leave.
do we have a deal? And then he makes a little bit of a snap of his fingers, and then suddenly these kind of 3 big guys lumber out of this building and start looking at you.
How
Quiet.
attached to return here are we? Could we perhaps just
no.
never return?
Could we just steal the boat and go?
Yes, and never
Problem
return
is, there's
to this place
3 of them.
again.
There's 4 of them now. And we're not that many.
Shall I draft a contract for the spoon or for the corkscrew? 2.5 years with Solmore Industries. He's a good boss, I'll tell you that. And then after
90% of our
2.5
profits.
years...
Well, as long as we never return,
Right.
then
Yeah,
it
that's what I'm
doesn't
thinking.
matter. does it?
Quiet.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
The
Yeah,
captain signs
let's
the
take-
papers,
yes,
of course.
Let's take the corkscrew. It's
Let's
the
take
prettier
corkscrew,
boat.
please. Good sir.
But then
Very
I'll never
well.
see dirt
And
rats
writes
again.
writes a little bit more, and he kind of rips out pages from his book, and then he gives these contracts to you, and then one by one you get a chance to sign them. He gives the pen first to Quiet. This kind of feathery pen with a kind of peacock
I
feather.
pick it up and I smell it. And I'm like, quiet.
I help you.
Okay, so we make some kind of scribble and a cross. Quiet.
And then when you do that scribble and a cross, it kind of glows a little bit for a while, and then it kind of blends into the paper.
Yes.
Very good.
Did we just make a deal with the devil?
Captain Kleero, your turn.
We're signing away our souls.
Yes.
And similar thing, and the pen is passed around.
And I sign it illustriously with Rigoroth Morning Glory.
Morning glory. Oh, beautiful. Elyore, your turn.
I just draw a flower.
Welcome to the Solmore Industries. The corkscrew is yours. Happy sailing and enjoy.
Did we get any supplies in this? Were they still in the deal?
Yeah, did we get the deal with the supplies?
Yes, the deal with supplies and extra sales and all the stuff.
What? Did I say something like
Yes,
that?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
You're getting
For weaknesses.
dirt rat.
Exactly.
And
we have
I feel
given
like
you a
we
good
just
deal.
signed away our souls. So I feel like you should give us some food at least so we can survive and come back with your beautiful boat. Otherwise we might die on the way. And that wouldn't be good for your industries and wouldn't be good for the boat. And it would... We need food.
Thunder and lightning, you drive a hard bargain, I say. He claps his hands, and then those big lads disappear into the shop under the shining sign of boats, ships, and floaters. And then after a very, very short moment, they come with these kind of bundles. They carry them.
Don't forget the
sullenly.
drinks.
No drinks.
One of them grunts and shakes a package that he has, and it kind of rattles and clinks in a way that you know that at least there's some kind of things in glass containers. And then they dump them on the middle of the keelboat deck, and then they sullenly move away. So, pleasure doing business today. If ever you find yourselves in need of another boat, ship, or a floater, you know where to come for the best deals at Aliki.
But I only have one soul to sign away, and it's already gone, so I don't know how I would get another boat. And also, you have my mole.
I taps the mole, and just a cute little thing, and then he kind of goes away, walking down the gangplank, and disappears inside the shop.
You guys, I have a boat. I have an actual boat.
Oh, we have a boat.
Boats.
Yes.
And I sacrificed my pet for it.
I
think
sacrificed
he's
my
happy.
soul
we all did.
and 90% of the profit.
But
have a boat.
dirt rat.
Quiet.
Good plan. Let's board the ship and
Yes,
get going.
let's go. Let's go on corkscrew.
Okay. So, you are looking through the supplies, and there's some food. There's rations for about a week, and there's some tools. There's an extra set of sails, and surprisingly, there are 2 healing potions.
Any rum?
The couple of glass bottles. There is rum. You see that it is not very fine quality, but
cares?
it is enough to do its job.
Well, let's set the sails.
I don't know anything about sailing, so I'm just gonna sit here and keep an eye out.
Good plan.
So the night has fallen. It is dark. It is by now about 11 o'clock at night. What do you want to do?
We set the sails.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Where is where close to me is quiet?
Are you talking about quiet, or are you talking about a quiet space?
No, I'm talking about quiet.
Quiet. I think all she can think about is quiet.
I'm talking about quiet.
Yes. The boat.
I mean, you're big, so you should start setting the sails. Because you know how to do that, because you've been sailing with me.
Quiet.
And I
start
start-
working and start preparing the ship.
Yes.
Okay.
I start checking out.
Good. Yes. So you do your thing. You're okay.
We're a good team,
Yeah,
so
you're
like we're
okay.
doing.
So
You guys are just standing there, like okay.
It's happening. While they're preparing, what do you want to do?
I make a quick quality check of one of the rum bottles, and then I go help Quiet. I'm not a skilled sailor, but I can just take his commands and help out with the sails and stuff.
Okay. So, how thorough a quality check are you conducting?
Just a little one.
Just a little.
I mean,
Yes,
will it
just a
kill you?
Okay. Okay.
From each bottle, of course.
Yes. It is very sweet. Very, very sweet. It's a little too sweet. But also, yeah.
Isn't it always?
But this is like a little bit too
Sugary sweet.
A little bit more than usual. Okay. So there's a ballista in the front of the keelboat. It's just like a big mounted crossbow. There's kind of 12 benches on the deck, and then there's a possibility to use 4 15-foot long oars. So it can be rowed as well. And there's this railing that is 3 foot high that goes around the perimeter that provides a little bit of cover. And there's also a little bit of a cabin in the back. There's some foot lockers there, and there's 2 beds in the cabin and 1 desk. It's the cabin is kind of in the back of the boat. So that's what you're looking at. And as I said, this was the one that was painted a little bit with darker colors.
Yes.
All right.
We should begin by rowing the boats a bit out so that we can set the sails.
Okay.
So.
So you want each of you take one oar.
Well, we're gonna row in circles with one here.
Well,
Maybe
well,
it's
you
best if
two-
the 2 of us.
You two row, I steer, and you.
Stay
I'm
clear
gonna.
of
I'm
things.
just. I'm just
Cute.
gonna climb up on one of the benches or the benches like along the sides, or because the railing is actually taller than me, so I can't see out. I'm like, so I'm gonna climb up on one of the benches and I'm gonna plop down, and I'm just gonna stare at the water
Okay. So
and quietly sob.
Aliki.
Sob?
I left my mole.
Of course.
Yes. So there's a little bit of a bay that turns into a slight river and a stream that flows from the inner parts of the island. So you start rowing away from the harbor along that widening bay and towards the more open sea, towards the north. The moon casts this bridge on the calm waters of the dock. The wind is quite slight, but it carries this scent of salt and adventure into your nostrils. Surprisingly enough, you find a good rhythm with the rowing, Fairith and Quiet. And so there's this moment of exhilaration as you feel that you start a wonderful sea adventure. So what are you doing now? The bay starts widening, and in front of you see the rich archipelago of these small dotted islands that in the past have provided a wonderful safe haven for the pirates in their golden age.
Well, wouldn't it be a good idea to get out the nasty map now to see where
Well,
we're going?
I was actually thinking that maybe there's some like parchment and something that we could maybe draw the map instead of having it on this piece of pass because
But it's only sea
it
now.
might. But I know, but it might go bad and
It
like
was very skillful
crinkled.
cutting from Captain Kleero last time, so it's
Yes.
it's
me.
starting to have.
It was not skillful.
This
It was
nice.
me.
Isn't it like drying up and becoming, you know,
But
leathery?
maybe we should. I don't know because
Like-
maybe it gets rotten and crinkled, and then we end up at the wrong island or the wrong. I don't know.
Isn't it more like a human leather map now?
But we haven't treated it, so it's just like a floppy piece of skin.
It's a little bit of floppy piece. of
Okay,
skin.
okay. I'm just wondering, is there any wind?
Not much.
Okay.
But the wind is picking up as you get away from the bay and more into the open water.
Okay. Okay, well we should check the map at least to see where we're going, so we're not.
Does anyone know how to navigate?
I do.
Well, one would assume the captain.
Okay.
I'm a captain. I'm an amazing navigator.
Self-proclaimed.
Promise.
Still.
Tell us where to go.
Which skill do you use to navigate?
I think
Let's just see.
I'm pretty sure I
I will
chose
find
navigation
that.
as
Okay,
something
cool.
I'm good at.
I will find that in a moment. I have checked it out, but I've forgotten. So I'll get back to you in a moment.
So maybe.
Yes.
Is it maybe in the background?
Survival.
Survival
Okay,
check.
I'm pretty sure it shows navigation as a skill, but I'm not sure where I can find it.
If you go to background.
It could be like
maybe.
a special check as well if you have that background.
Yeah,
we
because I'm
work
pretty
on-
sure I chose because I knew I was going to be a captain, so
Okay.
I chose.
Yeah. But we'll go with survival's check for now, and
Okay.
then we'll take it. But yes.
So survival check.
Yeah, but so you have the map. Are you going to study it first, or where are you headed?
Yes, we need to.
So,
We're just rowing wherever you
so
steer us.
seems like Barnacle Ed was quite clear with his instructions. The map is rather clear. The archipelago is very, very intricate, so that is why the complexity of the map was quite high. But once you have the physical map in front of you, it is easy to plot the path and weave between the islands in a way that is deemed safe. He has gone at great lengths to draw detailed descriptions of rocks and shallow waters, reefs, an occasional sea monster. So he spent quite a lot of time on this map.
On this ass map.
Yes, so the
Romantic.
detail is
So
quite
romantic.
exquisite.
So he liked to spend time there and refine the map.
Yes. It must
I,
have taken
It
many
looks
hours.
like it.
Can I figure out where we are on the map?
yes.
Yes.
So it is very clear to find. So you start kind of plotting your course northward into the deeper parts of the very intricate archipelago north of Aliki. So you're rowing at the moment. You carry on doing so. Or,
We set the sails, but continue to row because there's not that much wind.
I guess.
okay. Can you make a little bit of a survival check for me, just so we can test that? So
Okay.
20-sided die.
All of us, or
Just the captain this time, since
18, 19.
19. So you lift the map in front of you, and then you grab some instruments from your belt pouch, and you put them in your eye, and you do something very, very sophisticated looking, and you tap a few times on your cheek and narrow your eyes, looking at the islands, and then you point very confidently at the direction and say, "This way!" And then you plot your course that way. So the wind picks up a little bit and the sails fill. It is not the strongest wind that you ever experience sailing, but it does carry you across the waters enough that it feels like the rowing slows you down rather than helps you. What would you like to do now?
Stop rowing.
Yes, that's a good choice.
Well, I think so.
Yes. Okay. So now you're gliding across the waters. The silence of sailing is magical. The moon is full, almost, and the stars are shining down. What do you want to do now?
I mean,
It's very quiet.
Quiet.
I don't know if that's. It's very quiet out here. I miss. There's no birds. There's no insects. I've never been on the ocean. I didn't realize it was gonna be this quiet.
Elyore, would you like me to sing?
Yes. Yes. Please.
Are you sure? Do you call my previous?
Oh dear.
Please.
I mean, we could all sing something.
No.
Quiet.
Quiet.
Oh, you guys are so boring. I have a ship. We have
instead
a
I'm
ship.
Pure shanty.
We should be excited. I'm sailing an actual large ship by myself.
Oh dear.
So, do you want to sing a sea shanty?
Okay.
Is this
to
gonna
myself.
is this gonna happen in the theater of our minds, or are we gonna have a real sample?
I can try to give you a small sample.
Let's just give you some context by first doing a performance check.
Okay.
Ooh.
15.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. So let's give a little bit of it.
Oh, the sails are set and we are on our way to an adventure together. It started okay and then it went to hell.
That was good. That was worthy of a dice roll of 12. That was fantastic. That was beautiful.
That was amazing.
Captain Kleero's voice echoes across the still waters.
Scaring away all
You all look into the distance and you remember good times in the past. While you're doing that, you haven't gotten any damage so far, haven't you? So
No.
we can count this as a little bit of a rest. Are you taking a little bit of a rest now, or?
I mean, they can sleep. I should be awake.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I'll sleep with one eye open in the bow of the ship so I can keep an eye out for.
I'm walking up to our captain, and I am giving her the sign to go down and rest, and that I will take the wheel.
Thank you.
Quiet.
Now I can close both eyes.
I'm gonna attempt to climb on top of his shoulder from behind.
Poor man.
Now, as that happens, what do you do, Quiet?
Quiet.
Can you make a little bit of a perception check, Kleero, if you see this behavior from Faerith?
Perception.
Yeah.
15.
Okay. So you saw a little bit of a kind of a alarmed look as you took charge of the navigation thing, and then when Quiet kind of relieved you, you see this tension leaving Faerith's shoulders, and you're not really sure what to do with that piece
I'm
of information.
literally a captain.
So, yes. Are you taking turns, or are you?
I will
leaving?
keep an eye out for anything on the horizon.
Okay. You are resting,
Yes.
and you have both your eyes
I'm
closed.
still
I
like.
have both my eyes closed, but before I roll my cloak around me to go to sleep, I tell Quiet to wake me up when he wants to be relieved of his duties.
Do you know how to sail, Mr. Judgy?
So,
Learn.
after some questioning glances are exchanged between Kleero and Faerith, peace and quiet settles on the boat, as you sail across the darkened sea. You do have night vision, don't you, Quiet?
Quiet.
I have night vision as well.
Good,
I
good.
think I sort of have.
Yes? Okay, so you have no problems.
60 feet.
Oh, there's a bonding moment.
Also-
Oh, we have something to share. Okay.
Also 60 feet.
Finally, something in common.
The night passes quite uneventfully. The biggest moment was suddenly quiet. You start hearing this slight snore on your right ear as Elyore's head slowly sinks lower and lower and then kind of thuds against your large shoulder.
That is so cute.
The sun starts rising. It starts painting the horizon. First dark purple, then red, and it starts getting more and more pink. And you have carried the sailing duties all through the night. The sun rises rather early, so now it's about 4 to 5 o'clock. People are still sleeping, and suddenly you hear this crack. Quiet, you hear that. It's like wood splintering, and then this water sprays first up from the bottom of the hull of the ship, and then after the first pressure is relieved, then it starts kind of bubbling, and slowly water starts rising from that spot where obviously a rotten plank has broken.
I'm
What
so
do you
glad
do?
we didn't overpay for
I
this. stuff.
shout.
I know.
Quiet.
Okay.
And I wake up immediately.
I think we all do.
Yes.
Oh no, the boat's broken! The boat's broken! We're all gonna die! We're all gonna die! We're all gonna die!
Could we plug the hole with the
Yes.
wee one?
What do you want to do?
I'm just running back and
Can
forth, back and
we
forth, back and forth,
find-
back and forth.
How
Well, I
big
first
is it?
fall off.
How big is the hole?
Right now, there is this plank. It's kind of got this wide, and it has broken, so it has this crack. So it's about this size right now. The plank is kind of just lifted up a little bit, and water is kind of streaming through that. It's not super big, but you having experience in these matters, it can get bigger.
You said
fast.
something about tools.
Yes. And are there any materials, any other wood or something that we could?
You
From
found
lore or
you
the
found
wall?
some tools in those supplies. They're there, but there is no extra pieces of wood.
We'll just tear some off the wall of the
Yeah.
cabin or something.
Yes.
Could
Bed,
we
the
shove?
desk, anything.
Could we
Yes.
shove a bedroll into the hole?
Oh, you can try.
A what?
I'm gonna grab my bedroll and I'm just gonna start to shove it into the hole.
Bedroll. Okay. Can you make a strength check?
What's that?
A bedroll, like a blanket.
Okay.
This is not gonna be good.
It's just gonna get
Oh,
wet.
a natural 20.
Natural 20.
So 19.
Yeah, natural 20 with -1. All right.
So 19.
So before any of you have time to react, Elyore just grabs bedroll and with very surprising dexterity just rolls it into this kind of a cork-looking thing.
Corkscrew.
Yes.
kind of whirls it around and then rushes into that piece of broken, rotten planking and just whacks it into that crack, and it makes it sound like boop. And it seems to fit.
Yay, a cork for corkscrew.
Yeah.
take a bow.
You see that the bedding the moisture starts kind of rising in the fabric, and the color of the fabric gets a little bit darker slowly as it starts rising higher and higher. But so far, it seems to be doing okay. As you plug that, the rest of you, you hear this sound across the water. It's like, "Get back! Get back! You sea devils! Get back!"
Okay.
Wait, on the boat?
No, you hear it across the water.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Yes.
Do
Can
we have some binoculars or something?
I do.
Have a look.
Yeah. So all of you kind of look at the source of the sound in the distance, and you see the shape of a smaller boat in the distance. You grab out your instruments and you look, and it seems to be there's this one man standing in a smaller rowboat, holding an oar and kind of looking from side to side and pointing it. Get back! And you hear the sound. Ah, get back! You cannot defeat me, you bugglers! Ah!
He seems like fun. We should pick him up. He could help us sail and row and stuff.
I mean, are we on course to pass him, or...?
Yeah, he's sort of on the way. He's a little bit to the west from your course, but not too much.
I start steering west.
But he could be good to have in our party.
I mean, we could, like, throw him off the boat if he's...
You can't get me! I am Lars the Lark, and I will not fall victim to sea devils! And you hear this kind of surprisingly loud sound of spitting as the man kind of spits into the water. You see nothing else than the man kind of turning from side to side in his rowboat.
I mean, he doesn't seem very pleasant, but I also think he could use his...
I wonder what he's running from.
Yeah, I think maybe we should find out if it's
Yes.
just a fidget of his imagination or if there's an actual threat.
Yes, I agree.
wonder.
So the corkscrew is actually being steered towards that, and the quiet is going in that direction. What do you want to do?
Asking-
Hi.
Yes.
What are you running from?
He's not running, he's rowing.
And as he's ramping
What
to
is-
the empty calm seas, he suddenly lifts his head towards you. Help! Help! He starts screaming.
What
The
do you
sea
need
devils are here! The sea devils are here! And as he shouts that,
What?
we're gonna take a little bit of a break.
Okay.
He's getting so excited.
Break it is. Break it is.
And we have
Ooh, I feel like it's a spoiler in the story.
Boy Sam 123 saying hi moo and everyone. And everyone feels very much like an afterthought.
Yeah, it's a friend of mine. So
It's been a very quiet, lurky chat today, but I've seen some names in the chat that I recognize. Some who are here too.
That's great. That's
hang
great.
out, yes.
It's so wonderful to have you with us today.
I'm not gonna call them out, but I see them.
I felt like we sort of got a spoiler here. I was so ready for sirens.
Oh.
Are there sirens?
Let me just do some things.
Now there are.
I mean, it would make sense.
Yes.
Only the dungeon master knows, really.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know everything. I have prepared meticulously.
Those wave sounds plus drinks equals bad combo. Just saying. Bayleaf McNugget.
I know.
Rumor has it that back on land dirt, Rat has been giving all the
No, you don't have
I
to worry.
feed him very well, okay? He gets all the great
Who is
food.
this?
Well, Dandy Man Dander. He's
Dandy man, dandy.
he's got goods.
Yeah, you have to be careful with land dirt. Or dirt rats.
Dirt rat.
Land dirt rats.
Yeah.
That was so Monkey Island.
No. Well, I'm happy you caught the reference.
Yes, I did catch the reference so well.
Yes. Monkey Island. Yeah. I grew up on that stuff. I was just
So
like,
good.
my dad had a. I can't remember if it was a laptop
But first, you want with
Or-
nuts or without?
or a computer,
Because I'm nuts.
but it was black and white screen. So for those of you that played Monkey Island, there's this sequence where you go around the forest and you have to find the red flower instead of the yellow flower. And I was there playing on that black and white screen. I was like, what? I was just clicking randomly on all the flowers. I just couldn't find the stupid red flower. And I was stuck there for
Is
weeks.
Monkey Island 1?
Huh? Yeah. But the everything about it.
They're all amazing.
The story, the music,
Oh, yes, the music.
the spitting contests. I was like, yes. So
And the way they solved battles. How you when you fight someone with a sword.
yes, insults. Should we do that today?
Insults?
An insult battle instead.
That would be fun.
Yo, mama.
That was a true strike right there. Nice. If you haven't already, join our Discord server, and we'll keep the discussion going there. And yes, it's a pretty nice place to hang out. There's more and more.
Nice. Yes.
More and more happening.
Slowly getting into
And there's a
it.
YouTube channel as well. If you want to catch up on previous episodes, if you want to know why we had to get a new ship,
What the ass
because
is
the
all
old
about.
ship is no more.
Ginormous shape.
Excellent.
Okay.
Off we go to meet yet another madman.
What was his name again?
Lars the Lark.
Lars the Lord.
The Lars.
Lars.
At least that's what you heard across the waves.
Okay.
Yes.
AKA
Let's
crazy
meet
man.
this lunatic.
Okay. So, as you see the sun rising above the horizon, it shines its light on this man. He has this scarf tied across his head. Has his dark black beard that has lots of patches of grey in it. Quite a big reddish nose. And these bloodshot huge eyes as he stares in apparent panic across the water trying to find something. The scarf is red. He has this white shirt with puffy sleeves and a deep blue vest. And then these kind of baggy trousers that also have kind of red stripes and black stripes running down. And then these big, long, knee-high boots. And he has this oar that he's holding as a weapon. As he spots you coming closer, he shouts across the water, "My goodness! Come quick! Come quick! They're here! Come quick!" What do you do?
I stand at the bow of our ship. I raise my hands and I say, "Good man, may the blessings of the everlasting Procan further you on your trip on his blessed seas."
Yeah, Procan, yes. But you're right now, I need something a little bit more than just Procan. So could you hurry up, please, man?
How far away is he?
You're now about 300 feet.
Oh.
Can we shout and ask what it is you need?
I need help! The sea devils! They're here!
Synax?
See, but I don't see anyone in the water, so I can't. Are they invisible?
Oh, well, you just said it! They're in the water!
Oh, but
Everywhere!
Can
we have a
see
look
anything?
into the
Yeah.
water, some investigation check,
Yeah,
perception,
yeah.
whatever.
Now make a perception check.
Okay.
Favorite.
Perception. 17.
17. You look across the sea, but as you know, the surface of the sea, it's kind of mirror-like when you look at it from the side, so you can just see right next to the hull of the ship, and you can't see anything there.
Okay.
So you get closer and closer and closer to this rowboat, and then suddenly the bedroll plug flies out, and there's a spray of water again, and the bedroll smacks on the deck of the ship with a thud. Boom.
does anyone else have a bedroll? I can do it
Or
again.
maybe a more
Can we
permanent
use
solution.
I won't fit down that hole. I'm sorry.
Oh, watch me make you fit that hole. I'll go to the cabin. I'll try and rip off some piece of wood, and with the help of the tools available, try and patch up the hole.
You can't find any loose pieces of wood. Kind of rummaging, not big enough.
bench.
As you're
The
rummaging,
muscle help?
you notice quiet that this hand emerges from the water close to the rowing boat of Lars the Lark. It's a scaled greenish purplish. It catches the light of the sun and it glistens. There's these long claws skinned between fingers and it grabs hold of the boat, and Lars the Lark starts shrieking in panic and starts smacking the hand with his oar. Let's make some initiative rolls.
If not, I will tell you.
I rolled a natural 20.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, good, because I
So 23.
which one was it?
23.
Initiative. It's up on
Initiative
your
is up
on your.
Oh, plus 3.
What's your favorite?
Oh, okay.
8.
8. Yeah. Quiet.
12.
And Kleero.
2.
2.
Yes.
Guys! I can't start this combat.
It's the first combat of the campaign.
It is.
If we're lucky, maybe
Maybe
the
we
creature
survive.
will eat the wee one and leave
Yes.
us alone. It'll get food poisoning.
Why do you want
A
to get rid of
sacrifice
me?
that must be made.
So you went into the cabin.
Yes.
Yeah, you start hearing this kind of shrieking. But you're not in. Your turn isn't yet. But I know where everyone is. Elyore, you're still on deck.
Yeah, I am as close to quiet as possible.
Yeah.
I'm just like glued to his side forever and ever now.
Okay. Okay. So right.
Wherever he is, I am.
Yeah. So the events unfolded, and now let's just say, feet and meters. Let's just say that you're about 60 feet away now.
Cool.
Okay. Elyore, you're first. What do you want to do? You see this hand, and suddenly it starts
Is
kind
it
of
just a hand?
the hand, and then you see a shoulder, and then you see this head coming out.
Cool.
With the shoulder, there's this spiky seashell, kind of purplish attached to it. Has this nasty sort of spikes, and then you see this face, which is sort of twisted and glistening, part fish, part human. It's the snarls, and this kind of mixture of seawater and saliva kind of comes out from its mouth, and as kind of this pointy tongue licks the air as it starts clawing its way towards Lars the Lark, who is just kind of shrieking in panic by now.
Can we just turn away? Just bye!
So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna like wrap my hands around like this, and then I am going to cast firebolts on this creature. On this creature.
Next to a rowing boat.
Well, I don't have anything else I can do, and I'm gonna scream, I finally get this section on fire! Yes!
The water on fire.
Poor Lars the Lark.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So make an attack roll.
Was that 0? 1.
No.
So do you
Plus 4, so 3.
do you
So
want to describe what happens?
She just set herself
Oh,
on
fuck.
fire.
Not the corkscrew.
while I am screaming, I get so excited. So instead of shooting it straight forward, I'm shooting it straight up.
Not my corkscrew.
Oh no! Okay, straight up. Yes. So this bolt of fire goes straight up, and there's a little bit of some sparks start dancing on the sail a little bit there. It hasn't caught fire yet, but it's there. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, or are you satisfied with that performance?
John. I can't do anything else.
Okay.
I think I start to cry.
We could have used her to plug the ship.
Told you.
Such a missed opportunity.
So much for my natural
This
20.
has been
as long as we
avoided.
keep her fed.
We can feed her more and more, so if the hole gets bigger, she will get bigger too.
Okay. So the fish-like creature, when you look at it, it reminds you slightly of like a combination of a shark and a human being. And suddenly this kind of spear emerges and stabs at Lars the Lark, and it hits Lars the Lark in the leg, and let's see. Lars screams in agony as this kind of spear gnashes his thigh, and his blood starts pouring down, and he dances a little bit away from this sea monster, and shouts, "Come on, help me, the sea devils! I told you, the sea devils!" And he's looking quite bad. Quiet, your turn.
How far are we? Are we closer?
You are a little bit closer now, so I'd say 30 feet.
Okay.
Would I be able to jump over there? Rush and jump over there?
Oh.
From the ship, or is it...
Let's just see.
Swim and...
Yeah, I mean, you can land, somewhere in between, into the sea, yeah.
Wait, we have a ballista at the front of the ship.
Yeah.
Right. We are such bad pirates.
I'm rushing to the ballista.
No, we have this huge
Trying to man
weapon.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yes.
Can I aim for the beast?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
And make
thinking.
a ranged attack roll.
I don't think I have any.
Do you have a proficiency for ranged?
Let me see here. It's under features and traits, right?
Yeah, yeah. So bows and stuff like that. Do you have proficiency for that?
No.
Okay. So then you can do it with disadvantage.
Or do I? No, I don't think I have it. I don't think the barbarian gets it. No.
No.
Okay, with disadvantage.
Yep.
So two times.
Yeah.
12. 10.
Okay. What's your dexterity?
My dexterity is +1.
+1. Okay. So you man the ballista, and you just really quickly aim it towards this shark man beast. This name kind of starts bouncing in your head. Sahuagin. Sahuagin. And you fire your bolt, and it misses it, and it kind of hits the rowboat into the side instead. It's kind of above the water, so the hole that it does into the rowboat isn't low enough for it to become threatening to Lars the Lark. But it kind of wobbles there, the big bolt. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Seeing this, I go into full rage.
On what?
Seeing that I miss.
Yes.
Oh, the barbarians have... this is going to be the unsexy explanation.
Okay,
But we
everyone,
all have to do that once in a while.
get ready for the unsexy
Okay.
explanation.
Okay.
Full cameras on Valentin.
According to the Dungeons & Dragons player's handbook, the barbarians have the chance to go into rage. When they go into rage, they will deal extra damage.
Okay.
But they cannot cast spells, and...
But the damage on what right now?
when they're hitting things, they're dealing extra
You're not
damage.
hitting anything. Except like
He
what
might
the goal?
hit. No, but
That's
this
why
is
I'm going into
for his next turn.
Oh,
for my next turn. I'm gonna be
okay.
full of rage for some time now.
I thought you were gonna like break the boat.
Please explain what you do.
I really,
So there you go.
really
That's
would
the
like the
explanation.
sexy explanation as well.
There is no sexy explanation.
You said unsexy explanation. I want the sexy one.
It's just
Okay.
flexing.
I'll do my best.
I'm intrigued.
Quiet. There you go. There you go. You wanted it. You wanted it.
I asked for
Now you're never gonna be the same again.
Too much.
It's like a hot in there.
Okay, are you done with your turn?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Thank you very much.
I'm raging and I'm done.
You're raging, you're roaring across the sea. So, Fayrith, your turn.
Well, I run out of the cabin, and on my way out, I take my longbow off my back and prepare with an arrow. I run up to the bow of the ship, and I go total Legolas on that thing.
Okay. This weird name Legolas kind of goes around your head, and you're thinking, what is that?
Oh, it's my second cousin once removed.
Okay. So,
On a different plane.
So go for it. Do your worst.
Do my worst. That would be it. The worst. Plus 5, so 8.
Okay.
No, wait. That's not correct. Yes, it is. 8.
So, nobly, you stretch your bow, you release the arrow. It seems to fly true, but then this gush of wind catches it and just falls pathetically to the sea without even reaching the boat. Do you want to do anything else? Or are you fine with that?
I only have one action per attack.
Lars the Lark takes his oar and say, I needed some help. What are you doing, people? Get your act together. And he just tries to smack the sea devil with his oar and
I feel bad for him now.
hits it right in the head. And momentarily, the Sahurjin kind of loses its grip on the boat. It kind of scrambles a little bit to keep hold of it, and then manages to hang on. But it's clearly a little bit dazed. Yes, Kleero, your turn.
I'm sailing the ship.
You're sailing the ship. Do you want to keep on sailing the ship, or do you want to leave it at the mercy of the sea?
What? Abandon my second ship? Where should we go into?
Maybe it can kind of glide in the right
Well,
same
how-
thing.
I
How
don't want to be
much?
unfine, but your first one wasn't really a ship, so it's your first ship. You would have
That's so
I
unnecessary.
think you can
That's
leave.
so unnecessary.
I think you can leave the ship for a little bit while we're battling
Like,
this
yes.
monster.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
leave it. It will glide towards.
Is there still water leaking in?
Yes.
Someone needs to take care of that.
Yes, I think somebody. Is there anyone who can do magic or something? Can we use the healing potion on
No,
the ship?
unfortunately, no.
Okay.
No, but you know a little bit how to take care of a ship. There were some tools, but unfortunately, you don't have any material, so you might have to take the material from somewhere else. Destroy the ships from somewhere to repair the ship from
I
somewhere
mean,
else.
There's a
railing or
rowboat
something.
close to us.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Yes. Yes. If we. Yeah. Yes. How far are we to the
Rowboat.
Lars?
We gotta be close now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's about 10, 15 feet now, so it's very close.
Can we somehow try to hurry over there, grab him into our ship, and grab some planks?
Right now, you're not right there on this turn, but maybe on the next. one.
Okay.
So what do you want to do this
one
time?
action at a time.
Okay. Can I do?
You can. Do you have anything to throw or shoot or
I have a boomerang.
or?
I could try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
Or a short bow.
You can shoot.
Probably
shoot it.
better than a boomerang.
I think the boomerang's the way to go.
Boomerang.
Deadly
sexy.
boomerang.
Yeah.
Okay, I try to shoot him.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So make an attack roll.
Okay. 16.
16. That's a hit. So you abandon the steering. What? I'm having a brain moment. Steering wheel of a bow. The rudder.
The rudder's the thing going.
Steering wheel.
Is it like
It's
this
the
kind of
wheel.
steering, or is it this?
I think it's the cool kind.
Yeah.
you know.
What do you-
this-
It's the wheel.
Anyone in the chat? Let's
The-
the wheel of a ship. We'll call it the wheel of a ship. Yes, you abandon that. You
I-
grab the
no,
bow
okay, you're in-
from your back and you
Somebody
stretch
take
it
over.
and you shoot and you hit it right in that shoulder underneath
Yes.
that kind of spiky seashell there, and it kind of growls in agony. Can you roll some damage?
This one and then +1.
Okay. 7.
6 + 1.
7.
A
Nice.
6-sided die.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
Good
That was a
job.
natural 6. So you start seeing kind of its grip loosens from the right hand. It can't really hold on to the ship because it's in a pretty bad shape now. And there is this kind of bluish, purplish liquid fluid kind of flowing down from that kind of nasty gash that you managed to inflict. Yes. So, Elyore, your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna try to shoot this thing again, but this time I'm actually gonna concentrate
Okay.
Quiet.
and not scream like
We believe in you.
So I slowly do this, and then I shoot a fireball.
Okay.
Can you do it twice a day? Wink, wink. on
Fireball
level
is a
1.
cantrip. Wink, wink. Or firebolt. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Firebolt, not
Bolt.
fireball.
Yes.
It's very different.
Yes, the ball is a spell.
8.
Wow.
8. All right. So there's something about you kind of not being
I can't see past the
tall
railing.
enough, exactly. So the railing is like you're trying to kind of stand on your tippy toes, and the waves of the water kind of, you lose your balance, and right when you think that you're good and you try and release it, it's really hard, and this time it doesn't go straight up. It goes towards the right direction, but it still misses. Unfortunately, misses the robot as well. So you don't
At least
do
the
any
robot's not on fire yet.
collateral damage, but it's okay. Now the Sahurjin is getting a little bit pissed, and it releases its grip on the boat, the rowboat, and it turns its attention to you. So Faerith, you were doing that noble pose, and Sahurjin takes its spear and throws it at you. And let's see what happens. What's your armor class?
14.
Okay, so it flies through the air and then gashes you nastily on the side there, and it gives you 2 points of damage.
You're in trouble,
Yeah.
monk friend.
Monk friend.
Monk friend.
And then it swims across those 10 feet now. It's a very, very short distance, and kind of latches onto the side of your ship, the corkscrew, and it kind of hangs on there. While it's hanging on there, you all start feeling this wetness under your feet.
Oh,
We're sinking!
Okay, so now it is Quiet's turn.
okay. I'm gonna try a heroic move.
Okay, heroic move.
I will try to jump and cleave it in the air,
Okay,
down into the water.
yeah.
With it, yeah.
Okay, so you're taking a few strides, you're jumping off the deck over the railing in the air, you're turning, and then, yeah.
Just trying, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And I'm reminding you of my rage. I'm
Okay.
very angry right now.
Use
Very
the
angry
anger.
half-orc.
Okay.
Use the hate.
Do I need to roll anything more? I got a natural 20 on the...
Natural 20 That was a heroic move. All right.
Quiet to the rescue.
Let me adapt my description here.
Yes, please.
It's running in slow motion across the
Two-handed
deck.
axe.
With a two-handed axe. You're holding it in one hand now. You jump over the railing. You grab the handle with both of your hands, and then I'll let you to describe the rest.
Okay. As I slowly fall down through the air, I scream as I look towards the sky. Quiet! Then I bite my teeth together, and you can see how my muscles pump up, the veins full of blood, and then I slash into the monster. Is it a killing blow?
You have damage. Can you do
Oh
something?
yeah.
Did I kill it?
It's too early to say in this
One then.
slow motion sequence.
It's still slow motion, so it's good we have time.
Yeah, exactly. So the axe blade is getting closer and closer to the snarling head of this fish beast.
It's 1d12 plus 3 plus 2. Oh. It's double damage with a d20 as well.
Yeah.
7, 17, 22 damage.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
How would you like to finish off?
Okay. And as as I reach the head of the creature, it cracks in the middle, and the axe just goes through it all the way and splits it into 2 pieces into the sea. And then I land graciously, with toes pointing down towards the sea. No splash, just very smooth. And the last thing you see is the head of the axe. That's my D20 attack.
Can I add something to this? Because when you started describing this slow motion action thing, Bugsworth, the third of his name, landed on the main camera, has been sitting still watching the two of you make this description of this fabulous move.
Yep.
He's impressed.
He is very impressed. So is Elyore.
I think he's rooting
She's
for
just
us.
sitting there.
He's rooting for us.
All right. The two pieces, two halves of Suhurjin float kind of past your ship as your ship kind of plows towards the rowboat, and it's not being steered, and now it makes connection with the rowboat. And Lars the Lark shouts angrily as the corkscrew kind of flows over the rowboat and tips it into the sea. Lars the Lark falls into the ocean. There's this purpley bluish kind of slime floating on top of this kind of oily thing floating on top of the sea where the Suhurjin died, and there's no sign of quiet. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna
You're okay,
throw Lars a rope.
Hmm?
I have
Yeah.
a 50-feet rope.
Oh,
I need help with this! I'm not strong enough!
What are you?
Help me!
What are you? Where did you get your navigation license? And he's like,
I don't have one! I'm sorry!
he's swimming to the rope and he grabs it. Can you make athletics check for me?
Okay, yes, I can do that. 10.
10. All right. So Lars the Lark yanks the rope, and with it you get yanked over the railing, and you splash into the water. That's right.
I asked you to help me!
What happened? And Lars the Lark is just completely baffled in the water. What do you want to do?
I mean, we should.
Save me!
I have a rope as well. I throw it in. First to Lars. To see if I can help him slightly more than my little friend.
So Lars the Lark sees the rope, and he just makes a point of swimming past it, and then grabs the side of the ship, and surprisingly agile, just throws himself over the railing.
So our ship or his own?
His own.
His own, okay.
So now he's on the deck of your ship. Elyore is in the water.
Wait, his ship or our ship?
I shout that she can swim
Lars the Lark
towards
is
my
in
rope.
our ship, your
Okay.
ship. Yeah?
I shout at her to swim towards my rope.
Okay.
I'm at your rope.
Quiet, what are you up to?
All of the sudden, you think you would never have heard these two words in the same sentence, but now you will. You see the face of a beautiful half-orc coming up the water. And he's kind of splashing his hair back as he comes out of the surface. Axe in one hand. And he tries to grab the hull of the ship or the edge of the ship with the other hand.
Our ship or the other?
Our ship.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, starry-eyed, swim towards him with the rope.
When these little
I
droplets
can help you! I got a rope! Let me save you!
little droplets of water from his hair rain next to you like pieces of small crystal glistening in the morning sun. While the remains of Lars the Lark's rowing boat slowly kind of start scattering across the waves. Some of them sink down and some of them kind of float.
Oh, we should grab a piece of wood!
Your boat is kind of still moving in that same northwestern direction, and now your feet are definitely wet.
We don't have a sail anymore either, right?
The sail seemed to have
just got
survived those
singed
sparks,
a
so
little.
it didn't catch fire.
Okay, well,
burn
we
it
should
down.
get the wood and try to save the ship. And you two are in the water, so perhaps you could grab
my hand.
some planks.
Do you want to tell them that?
Yes, that's why I shout.
Okay.
Grab the planks! Now!
With a disappointed face, I look up to my captain who didn't notice what I just accomplished.
Of course I did, I'm just panicked because the ship is sinking.
I just, with my kind of husk standing a bit more sad than usually, I just say, quiet. Then
I'll save you.
I smack my axe up on the deck, and I reach around for some materials in the water.
You mean the wee one?
No, I'm just like slowly floating
We could still fix it.
along the
And I try to
ship.
kind of get it up on board.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you're holding the railing and you got a couple of planks and you throw them across the side. Now the rope is starting to kind of tag behind the boat that is not being steered by anyone, and you're kind of holding on behind the boat as it sails.
Pull me up!
I think we should have a vote online whether I should pull her up or not.
Okay, so these how many pieces of wood do you throw out?
5-6 pieces.
5-6 pieces kind of rain next to you on the deck of the ship.
Yes, so I start just hammering them in place.
Okay, can you make a athletics check?
Okay.
Funnily enough, carpentry lands under strength. 7. All right. So you put start hammering these pieces of wood there. It's kind of hard because the water is starting to be quite high, and you have to press them down. They want to kind of float back up, and there's this water streaming up, and the hammer isn't really hitting the right places. But you seem to be able to get some kind of a ramshackle collection of wood on top of that hole in the hull, and it seems to be holding for now.
Okay.
Okay, so Elyore is still in the water.
Save me!
Can somebody
I
pull her up?
climb aboard.
This is my turn.
Yeah.
I curse myself and start pulling the wee one in and up on the ship again.
Lars the Larks. The sea devils. I told you, the sea devils. Let me just catch my breath a little bit. I just kind of thumps on the deck of the ship, and then realizes the thump created a splash instead of this kind of a strip. What? Who are you people? His watch is around. What do you want to do?
I start looking for a bucket or something that I can scoop water with.
I'm just gonna angrily sit in the water and mope. Because no one's saved me fast enough.
Did.
Not
I pick
fast
her up
enough.
and start scooping water with her.
Her hair can soak it up, and then you just wring it out.
Use it as a mop.
Yes.
Bring it out.
From one madhouse to another. What is this?
I should probably go back to
After all
stealing
I've
the
gone
ship,
through,
perhaps.
you are the ones that showed up. I should be grateful, but who are you people?
I'm Elyore.
I'm Lars the Lark.
Don't know what else.
I'm Captain Kleero, the captain of this ship.
Quiet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Aenor, High Elf and Monk of the Temple of Procan.
No one cares.
I apologize. Apologize for my hasty comment. I am very grateful for. I was in a bit of a bind there, but I've kind of gone through a terrible ordeal. Not just this morning, but the whole last night has been a stuff of nightmares.
Did you have a bigger ship?
Yes, but this
What
is
happened?
Yeah, what happened?
What happened?
What were those creatures?
last night. I don't know where the sea devils. They were the sea devils. They're the rats of the sea.
What do they want? Why were they attacking you?
What do rats want? They want to eat. They want to breed. They want to create mayhem. The sea
So there
devils.
was more than one?
Yes, don't you see them? There were 5. There was 10. I tried to battle them with my oar, and I was doing a heroic job. And
only
saw
saw
Did
Wow.
you have any friends last night on your ship?
Yes, where is your crew?
we were. I don't know where you were last night, but there was this terrible storm, the rainstorm. It came so sudden, and the rain battered on our small ship, and we had to take shelter. And we found this cove but the ship smashed to the rocks, and I don't know where my crewmates are. I managed to scramble ashore. I saw lights in the distance. I saw a house on the cliff tops. I sought help. I climbed up to the house. I entered from the back. I found myself in the kitchen. I was hungry. I was desperate. There was no one there. I searched the cupboards. I searched everything, and then I saw the hatch to the cellar. I thought maybe in the cellar. I shouldn't have. Not the cellar. And then it kind of sinks down in the back of the deck of the ship. I shouldn't have the cellar. I shouldn't have. What do you do?
How tall is he when he's sitting down? Like when he slumps over?
He's a little bit shorter than you.
Okay, so I'll just walk up and I'll just pat his hand and be like, "It's okay to be sad sometimes. I am not sad very often, but it's
Happened
okay."
in the cellar.
And I'll
Yes.
I'll just continuously pet
I just
him.
grabs Elyore. It's like,
It's okay.
they're all dead. The monsters. I opened the hatch and there was this horde of ghosts. They came crawling at me and I saw them. Some of them didn't have any eyes and their tongues were trying to lick on me, and a whole swarm of rats. And I
Quiet.
And I had to run away, and there was this noise, this scream that filled my ears.
Sir.
The howling. I still hear the howling.
We should go to the house.
And I ran, and I found a rowboat. Somehow it had survived the grass, and I rowed, and then he sinks, and he's
I grab one of the rum bottles, take 2 big gulps myself, and pass the bottle over to the poor man.
he grabs the bottle as he starts drinking.
We should go to that house. It sounds
fine.
fun.
And he starts
Fun?
Yeah.
And then the bottle is empty, and he just throws it overboard and extends his hand.
I think we should go to there.
Yeah,
it
there
sounds
might be
like a lot of fun.
Oh, the howling.
There
might
might
have
be a
rum.
lot of. I'm just gonna say shiny things.
Where on the map are we?
I don't know.
We
I
still have a
can't
quest here.
navigate.
You're quite close, actually. So you see, it's about maybe half an hour's.
Can we see the house on the map that he's talking about?
You can ask what direction did he come from?
Okay, what direction did you come from?
That was a good question. He's still holding his hand.
Quiet.
I think he wants more rum.
No, we're out of rum.
No, we're not. I know we had 3 bottles, and I'll stomp downstairs and I'll grab one and I'll give it to you.
The howling in my head. The voice is making.
Okay, here you go.
And he grabs the bottle and he's like yanks the cork out. It's like
Dear.
that way. And he points at the direction where the map is showing. And he just
Okay.
carries on drinking.
Well, I think I asked what the hell we're
And
gonna
he
do
empties
with
the bottle.
you.
He wipes his face and
Well, he
throws
might
the empty
pass
bottle
out
across the side.
soon.
The voices are silent.
Okay.
Do you maybe want to go sleep? Rest.
That was a great idea.
Maybe
was a
calm
great
your
idea.
nerves a bit.
He looks around a little bit and sees the door to the cabin, and he kind of shuffles himself in there. And then right before he closes the door to the cabin, you should do something about the water. The ship is leaking, for goodness sakes. And he slams the door shut and disappears.
You could have helped us with that. Rude. We just saved your life.
Is the patching still holding?
Yeah.
As much as you can tell, the water isn't really...
But we should try and get the water
Yes.
out of the...
I mean,
Out of the
Quiet
boat.
was doing that. Is there still a lot of water in the ship?
Yeah. It's
Do you want me to roll, or are we?
I think it's an action that is sort of not hurried at the moment. So you're slowly mopping the floor with Elyore's.
No. I'm using her as a scoop.
Okay. I'm just thinking she has this big,
using her.
I have this
wild,
sword down there.
Never use
for
her
it.
hair.
Okay.
That would
Thank
be
you.
rude.
That would be very
That
rude.
would be very rude.
I apologize.
By using me as scoop is not rude.
I think she would feel appreciated.
apologize
to be
for using
useful,
my-
I'm just enjoying this.
right?
I'm just enjoying being held by quiet.
Just hanging out with quiet.
Yeah.
So there is still this little layer of water on the deck, but it's not as bad as it used to be. So you seem to be okay.
Okay.
Should we go to the house? The scary house? There might be a lot of shiny things there.
Quiet.
Yeah.
He didn't mention any shiny things. He only mentioned
But
rats.
weird abandoned houses.
There's-
always shiny stuff there.
There has to be something there. Let's
I
go.
mean-
Otherwise, why would it be so scary?
Quiet.
The devil?
The devil lives there.
Quiet.
I think we should go there anyways. Because, we don't have any souls, so we can't take it because we signed it over to Soulmore creditors.
I mean, it would be a great pirate adventure.
Yeah?
Perhaps.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Towards the house.
Quiet.
Quiet, can I hold your hand when we're in there? Because it might get scary.
I take my whole hand and grasp around her hand like this.
Your hand kind of swallows the hand and the wrist and part of
Give me
her
her
arm.
I'm just super happy.
Okay, who is going to steer the ship?
Well,
Our navigator?
Do I need to ask? Okay, Captain Kleero mans the steering wheel of the ship,
yes.
and you steer a course towards the direction that Lars the Lark pointed,
Yes.
and you start sailing. The next few minutes go past. There's not much happening. You're all quite wet from your previous adventure, so the sun of the morning starts drying you, and it's a small pleasant moment. But then suddenly there's this chill. You start feeling this chill. The hairs on your arms start kind of standing up, and then you see the shape of an island in front of you, just where the map says it should be. You see even a little, what you think, a silhouette of a house standing on the cliff top. But between you and the island, you see this quite dense fog in front of the bay that provides you the safe entrance into the island. Looking at the map, you see that you could steer around the fog, but that would take hours to find safe passage. You need to weave across a couple of other, or past a couple of other islands to find your way. Or you can go straight through the fog.
You know what? I'm a great captain. I can go through the fog.
Gee, I
go
wonder what the
through the
DM
fog.
wants us to pick.
The
Fog.
Let's go through the fog.
I wonder what's in the fog.
This is not my first time in fog.
Probably just
I'm an
happiness
experienced
and
captain.
Okay. So Captain Kleero starts steering towards this fog, and the cold gets more and more intense. Anything that you want to do?
I want to clean my axe.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna snuggle up next to him.
I want to make sure I keep a look around so we don't just like.
I'll go
Go
to
into some
the bow
rocks.
of the ship to keep the lookout.
Okay. So can you make there is this moment when you look at the prow of the ship. I need to really catch up on my ship jargon here.
Oh, I think.
Bow, prow, whatever. And there's this moment when it just
From.
kind of disappears into the fog, and you feel like you enter into this fog, and suddenly it's really hard to see. You just see a few feet ahead of you, and this coldness kind of starts coming into your bones, and you feel this chill. First of all, can you make a survival check so you can keep your course in this fog?
6.
6. Okay, so you hold the steering, and,
Next time,
and
just use this.
you are.
I did get a 20 before, so it's not hopeless.
Sailing.
Anyone who would look at
circles.
Captain Kleero, she's an image of confidence. Everything is under control.
Yeah.
As this cold gets more and more intense and the visibility gets worse and worse and worse, you start almost hearing these whispering sounds. These kind of chanting in strange languages, and the further you go into the fog, the more loud these sounds become.
I think this was a bad idea, guys.
What do you want to do?
Adventure!
I'm folding my ears into themselves. Taking the points of my ears and sticking them in my ears.
Okay. The deeper and deeper you go into the fog, it turns from a whisper to a mutter to a small, agonized, grunting sounds to a howl. Suddenly, this kind of a wailing, agonizing shriek fills your ears. Can you all make wisdom saving throws?
Is this against magic?
Huh?
Is this a wisdom saving throw against magic?
Do you want to make an Arcana check first?
I can make an Arcana check first, yes.
Yeah?
Welcome that. I have a saving first.
8.
So all of them have. So the wisdom.
Okay, and then
Okay.
15.
yeah.
Can we all do that? Or can I check?
I'll go with Elyore
Okay.
first. Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
I'm starting to think I'm not such a great captain after all.
Use
Eight.
this. They are
Eight.
bad for real.
Okay, so you had what, 15?
15.
Yeah?
6.
6, 8.
Oh, I didn't throw. Is
Yeah?
it magic? Because I have the advantage in that case.
You feel like there's nothing magical about it at all.
Great. 15.
15. Okay. So, with your ears folded into your ears, you're just looking at the fog a little bit and you're like, quite happy. This is quite exciting.
It's a bit chilly.
You're thinking about what Captain Kleero said. Yeah, this is what adventure feels like. Okay. Quiet. You're hearing these shrieks and stuff like that, but you're staring straight ahead. It doesn't seem to be affecting. But suddenly, Captain Kleero lets go of the wheel. And absolutely terrified, you put your hands on your ears, and you are so scared, and you want to get away from this place. You back into the furthest corner of the ship, and as you back in there, you suddenly stumble on Faerith, who is on the ground, also covering his head, shivering in the back of the boat, terrified. What do you want to do? Elyore, you don't see Faerith anywhere. You don't see Faerith. They have disappeared. The wheel of the ship is just kind of wiggling without anyone.
I pick up Elyore and put her on my shoulders. Yes. And I run over to the steering wheel. It's also called helm.
Helm, thank you.
Oh, yes, the helmet.
Boom.
Someone.
So I take the helm. With Elyore on lookout on my shoulders, and I try to make sure that the ship is stable.
Yeah. Okay. So can you make a survival check?
Yes, I can. 19 plus 3.
Okay.
22.
Okay. So you peer into the fog and the mist, and you start seeing suddenly straight ahead these massive cliffs and rocks, and you hear the waves kind of splashing against the rocks, and you see that you come off course, and you see that the bay is going more towards the west, and you have a little bit of time to correct the course right before your ship kind of smashes into the rocks. Right. Okay, what do you want to do now? The ship is kind of, and you're hearing the howling. Right now, you start looking at where Kleero and Faerith are, and they seem to be kind of holding on to the railing, almost willing to jump out of the ship to start swimming away from wherever you're headed.
Wait, they're swimming away?
We want to. We're not.
Oh,
we're in
they
the ship.
want to.
Yeah, we want to get out of here.
Okay. From how far? They less than 30 feet from me?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
cool.
quite a
I'm
small
gonna
ship.
cast Minor Illusion on these two
Okay.
in front of them, and it's just gonna be fluffy clouds and rainbows.
All right. Yeah. There's no success throws. It's just like.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So there's these fluffy clouds and rainbows. Can you describe that world a little bit for me?
It's just like a very beautiful pinkish purpley sky with these like beautiful super fluffy clouds when you just want to snuggle up to, and there's this beautiful huge rainbow with all the colors and sparkles, and it's just pleasant.
Magical unicorns.
Trying
Okay.
to offset.
Can you make another wisdom saving throw, Faerith and Kleero?
Do not screw me
Yes,
on this.
you're welcome to. See?
Do not screw me on this.
Which one did you say?
Wisdom saving throw is possible.
Oh, okay.
I know what I should have done for you. I should have brought out a ball of
6.
6.
17.
Okay.
What the fruitin' flutin' is going on here?
fruit bloom.
Kleero, the kind of tenseness and the shivering stops, and she comes to, and sees that this beautiful world of rainbows and fluffy clouds, and seems to be relaxing. Seems Faerith hates unicorns.
Yeah. Have you seen them? They're not as nice as you would think.
They're beautiful, okay?
Puke like rainbows and.
So he starts shrieking, "Ah, unicorns! Ah! Get away from me!
I got one out.
Oh, take them away! Take them away!
Okay, as this is happening, you see this kind of safe spot where you could anchor the ship. Kind of, there is this pier that comes into the bay, where apparently it is meant for ships to park.
Okay. So I take my little friend on the shoulders, and I gently toss her towards where you anchor the ship. and I go quiet as I'm telling her to anchor the ship, and just making sure that I control the ship so that we're not hitting into anything as good as I can.
Okay, so you're pretty good at this. It seems like
Tossing small people or
all of it, the whole
They're
package.
possible, okay?
I'm good at the whole package.
It seems to be your kind of coming into harbor technique involves
Yes.
tossing small people.
Yeah.
Small things, small people.
Yes. So they can attach the ropes and all those kinds of things. So yes, that is a success, and you managed to tie in the boat to the small dock.
I'm gonna yell to Kleero that she should grab the ball of rum and feed it to Faerith.
Can I do that
Good idea.
in my happy place?
Yeah, well, the happy place is over.
Is it over? Am I like present again?
You're a little bit present now, a little bit
Okay.
sheepish.
Okay.
A little bit sheepish.
Okay,
'Cause it
well-
was your idea to go into the fog, wasn't it? No, I'm
Perhaps.
Probably.
Perhaps. Okay, well then I sort of wake up and try to feed you your bottle. Here you go, little baby.
Okay, can you make a wisdom saving throw with advantage?
With advantage. Yes, please. See? That's what rum does.
Oh, nice.
19.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one.
Hey, yeah, 19.
Okay. So as
Finally.
soon as the rum starts flowing into your system, the kind of light comes back into your eyes, and you look heroically around, and you're
I
back in
saved
business.
both of of you.
Thank you.
And I take a
Thank
bow.
you.
My scared ass is very appreciative.
I feel fine now.
Now.
Oh God.
So
Maybe that was a bad idea.
the fog has cleared. You see now this rocky island in front of you. It's void of trees. Rocks are covered with moss. Grays and greens and blues kind of flood your eyes. There's this road that winds through the rocky coastal terrain, climbs up and often disappearing within the terrain, and then you see at the top of this cliff in a distance, you see this silhouette of a house standing there, and sometimes these flashes of light come from some of the windows. It changes which window you see those lights from. What do you want to do?
We should go there. We should go to there.
Absolutely.
Is it foggy up there?
No, the fog is
Okay.
kind of standing at the bay.
Then
I think
let's
we
leave
seem-
the fog.
Seems like someone's home. We should go say hi.
Sounds like
Get
a
away.
super idea, I think.
Let's get away from the fog.
Yes, and let's get away from the fog.
Yes. Goodbye,
Quiet.
fog. Strength?
Quiet.
So yes, yes,
I think he
yes.
supports.
Absolutely.
Can I ride on your shoulders, please?
Quiet. I pick her up with one hand and put her on my shoulder.
Okay, and you start walking towards the forlorn house,
Yes.
and the low-hanging clouds feel quite oppressive as you walk up that rocky road. Occasional kind of cracks in the cloud cover let the sun beams through, and the god rays occasionally warm your bodies, so you get back the feeling of warmth, at least to parts of yourselves. And there's this wind that blows from the sea and brings the smell of salt and something that seems like decay into your senses. And then you arrive to the end of the road. You're quite close to the house now. You see the front gates in your distance. There's this metal iron gates. One of them is slightly hanging from the hinges in an angle that is not right, and the other gate door is slightly ajar there. And there's this small creaking sound as one of the gate doors moves back and forth in the wind. You see this crumbling wall in front of you, extending from both sides of the gate. There's this rose bush, seems like, that has overgrown the right side of the gate and taken over fully, basically, the wall that is going around the house from there. What do you want to do?
Where's my good friend Lars? Do you forget him on the boat?
Oh.
I really want to get my friend Lars.
Well, I don't think he wants to go back in
I don't think it
here.
would be that helpful.
I think he's just gonna freak out and probably jump to the cliffs.
Well, he's my best friend.
Oh, okay, that's very sad for you.
I thought I was your best friend.
Quiet.
Okay, you're my best friend. I'm sorry.
Quiet.
Everyone's my best friend.
I'm feeling a bit friendless right now.
I said everyone is my best friend.
I feel
Oh, thank you.
fine.
We should go in.
Yes.
I start walking.
Yeah.
So you get closer and closer to the gates of the wall that runs around the house. And as you get closer to the house, it seems like the house sits on the highest ground around in the area. There's the crumbling stone wall, as I said, that it goes around. It's fallen completely in many places, and exposing to kind of the interior of the grounds around the house. the gate on closer inspection is quite ornate. It has these wonderful figures from fairy tales. It seems to tell a story of something ancient, something magical. As you look through the gates, there has been a beautiful garden that is now overgrown and wild. You still see some abandoned gardening tools scattered around the garden. As I said, on the right side of the gate, there's this massive rose bush that has taken over completely that area of the garden. And then in between the gate and the house, there is a little bit of a water well that has a kind of ramshackle roof that has partly collapsed into the well. And then you see the entrance of the house beyond the well. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm just along for the ride.
I think we should look around and see if we can find anything interesting.
Let's
Yeah.
go inside.
Yes,
Yes, let's go inside.
on the inside.
Okay, so you take a few steps into the garden. Can you make perception checks, please?
All of us?
Yeah.
10.
Natural 20 plus 1.
Okay.
I got a 10.
I guess I sobered up.
9.
Okay. You suddenly see part of the rose bush move a little bit.
Oh, shit.
And you hear this sound, this kind of... on the other side of the garden, you see a similar thing happening. There's a bush that shakes a little bit, and this kind of whooshing sound. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna jump off his shoulders and run towards the sound.
Okay.
The one on the ground. What's the one on the ground?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run up to it.
Okay. So
Sorry,
it's close to the kind of, was it to her?
Yeah.
You saw it kind of at the rose bush, and you saw it on kind of on the left side of the well, and you start running towards it.
Yep.
What do the rest of you do?
I go investigate the sound.
Okay, you
Cool.
start walking behind her. What do you want to do?
I ready my axe.
You ready with your axe? What do you want to do?
I pull both my short swords.
Can you make a acrobatics check?
Yes. 20.
Okay. So you run towards the bush and starts peering towards it, and suddenly it starts shaking, and the sound starts coming like. And then the rest of you see as Elyore disappears into the bush,
Oh, fuck. Elyore!
and the bush starts shaking. And this is where we finish our adventure.
No!
Oh dear, oh dear.
Wait.
Great.
Too
I found a new dirt rat!
Too sad, so bad, bye-bye.
Rude.
Wow.
So heartless.
You
Well-
threw well, but
Some characters died.
Yeah,
It happens.
it happens.
I don't have to die in a second episode.
okay,
I'm not
okay.
gonna die,
So
guys.
yes, so that was our second episode of Pirates of Aliki. I was happy to have you join us. If you want to experience this wonderful adventure again, go and check us out on YouTube in a few days. Our adventure will be there. Or if you want to invite your friends to enjoy the magic and the adventure of Pirates of Aliki, do that. Otherwise, come and join us on Discord. Is there anything else that needs to be said today before we wrap things up?
We are throwing the Discord and the YouTube out there. The YouTube, if you want to check out the previous episodes. Yes, very well. Yes.
Let's do that.
And we should raid. Thank you everyone for watching.
Yes,
Yep.
thank you
Right.
guys
Thank
so
you.
much.
When will we be live next time?
We will be live next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
Yep.
And we will do that 6 o'clock, a little bit later next time. So sorry for the back and forth, but we're trying things. So you know.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Thank
See you
you.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.